The YF-23 is back, the stealth beast that stunned the world. The Northrop/McDonnell Douglas YF-23 is an American single-seat, twin-engine, stealth fighter prototype technology demonstrator designed for the United States Air Force, USAF. The design team, with Northrop as the prime contractor, was a finalist in the USAF's Advanced Tactical Fighter, ATF, demonstration and validation competition, battling the YF-22 team for full-scale development and production. Nicknamed Black Widow II, two YF-23 prototypes were built. In the 1980s, the USAF began looking for a replacement for its F-15 fighter aircraft to more effectively counter emerging threats such as the Soviet Union's advanced Su-27 and MiG-29 fighters. Several companies submitted design proposals. The USAF selected proposals from Northrop and Lockheed for demonstration and validation. Northrop teamed up with McDonnell Douglas to develop the YF-23, and Lockheed, Boeing, and General Dynamics developed the YF-22. The YF-23 was stealthier and faster, but less agile than its competitor. After a 4-year development and evaluation process, the YF-22 team was announced as the winner in 1991 and developed the F-22 Raptor, which first flew in 1997 and entered service in 2005. The U.S. Navy considered using a naval version of the ATF as an F-14 replacement, but these plans were later cancelled due to costs. After flight testing, both YF-23s were placed in storage while various agencies considered plans to use them for further research, but none proceeded. In 2004, Northrop Grumman N1 used the second YF-23 as a display model for its proposed regional bomber aircraft, but this project was dropped because longer-range bombers were required. The two YF-23 prototypes are currently displayed at the National Museum of the United States Air Force and the Western Museum of Flight. Development. Main article. Advanced Tactical Fighter. Concept definition. American reconnaissance satellites first spotted the advanced Soviet Su-27 and MiG-29 fighter prototypes between 1977 and 1979, which caused concern in the U.S. Both Soviet models were expected to reduce the combat and maneuverability advantages of contemporary U.S. fighter aircraft, including the newly introduced F-15 Eagle and F-16 Fighting Falcon. One U.S. tactical air power was further threatened by new Soviet systems such as the A-50 Airborne Warning and Control System, AWACS, revealed in 1978, and more advanced surface-to-air missile systems. 2. In 1981, the USAF began developing requirements and discussing with the aerospace industry on concepts for an Advanced Tactical Fighter, ATF, with both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions in consideration. The ATF was to take advantage of emerging technologies, including composite materials, lightweight alloys, advanced flight control systems, more powerful engines, and stealth technology. 3. 19 designs for the concept jets with annotations of features and specifications. Diagram of several designs submitted for ATF RFI, showing the comparatively small sizes of Northrop's initial designs. The USAF released the ATF Request for Information RFI in May 1981 to the aerospace defense industry on possible features for the new fighter. Later code-named Senior Sky, the ATF at this time was still in the midst of requirements definition, which meant that there was considerable variety in the responses from the aerospace companies. Northrop submitted 3 designs for the RFI, ranging from ultra-low cost, to highly agile, to low observable missiler. All were on the smaller and lighter end of the response spectrum. 4. In 1983, the ATF System Program Office, SPO, was formed at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base from the Initial Concept Development Team, CDT. After discussions with aerospace companies and Tactical Air Command, TAC, the CDT/SPO made air-to-air combat the primary role for the ATF, which would replace the F-15 and emphasize outstanding kinematic performance with supersonic cruise and maneuver. 5. Northrop's response was a Mach 2+ fighter design designated N-360 with delta wings, a single vertical tail, and twin engines with thrust vectoring nozzles and thrust reversers. 6. 7. Around this time, the SPO also became aware of the Very Low Radar Cross-Section, RCS, results from the Air Force's Black World innovations such as the HAV Blue/F-117, Senior Trend, Tacit Blue, and the Advanced Technology Bomber, ATB, program, which resulted in the B-2, or senior ice. Consequently, the SPO increasingly emphasized stealth for survivability and combat effectiveness while still requiring fighter-like speed and maneuverability. 8. Northrop was able to quickly adapt to the ATF's increasing emphasis on stealth. Since October 1981, a small team of engineers under Robert Sandusky within its ATB/B-2 division had been working on stealth fighter designs. Sandusky later became the Northrop ATF's chief engineer, and fellow B-2 stealth engineer Yu-Ping Liu was recruited in 1985 as the chief scientist. 9. 3 design concepts were studied. The Agile Maneuverable Fighter, AMF, similar to N-360 with 2 canted vertical tails and the best aerodynamic performance of the 3 but with minimal stealth. The Ultra Stealth Fighter, USF, that emphasized maximum stealth through edge alignment with only 4 RCS lobes and nicknamed Christmas Tree for its planform shape, and the High Stealth Fighter, HSF, that balanced stealth and maneuverability with diamond wings, all moving V-tail ruddervators, or butterfly tails, engine exhaust troughs, and aligned edges. 7. 10. First emerging in 1983, HSF took many design cues from the B-2 to reduce its susceptibility to radar and infrared detection, and Liu's understanding of both radar signatures and aerodynamics lent itself to key design features, such as the shaping of the nose, nicknamed the platypus, for the initial shape and pronounced chine edges, and canopy with their continuously curved, Gaussian surfaces. By 1985, HSF had evolved to be recognizably similar to the eventual YF-23 and emerged as the optimal balance of stealth and aerodynamic performance. 9. 11. Demonstration and validation. 3 metal models of the concept fighter jets. From left to right, flat plate models of Northrop's AMF, USF, Christmas Tree, and HSF design concepts. HSF was the preferred concept by 1985. By November 1984, concept exploration had allowed the SPO to narrow its requirements and release the Statement of Operational Need, which called for a 50,000 pounds, 22,700 kilograms, takeoff weight fighter with stealth and excellent kinematics, including prolonged supersonic flight without the use of afterburners, or supercruise. Mission radius was expected to be 500 nautical miles, 580 miles, 930 kilometers, mixed subsonic/supersonic or 700 to 800 nautical miles, 806 to 921 miles, 1,300 to 1,480 kilometers, subsonic. In September 1985, the USAF issued the Request for Proposal, RFP, for demonstration and validation, DEM/VAL, to several aircraft manufacturers with the top 4 proposals, later cut down to 2 to reduce program costs, proceeding to the next phase. As well as the ATF's demanding technical requirements, the RFP also emphasized systems engineering, technology development plans, and risk mitigation. 12. The RFP saw some changes after initial release, following the SPO's discussions with Lockheed and Northrop regarding their experiences with the F-117 and B-2. All aspect stealth requirements were drastically increased in late 1985. 13. Although there was initially no requirement for the evaluation of prototype air vehicles, this was added in May 1986 due to recommendations from the Packard